Okay, listen closely. He was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities.
Punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed.
By his wounds we are healed. So where is this from? The Old Testament or the New Testament?
I'm going to say the other one because it doesn't sound like the Tanakh.
ברית החדשה, New Testament.
ברית חדשה.
זה ברית חדשה.
New Testament.
This is from the Old Testament.
No way.
Yes.
Old Testament.
תנ"ך.
Tanakh. Why do you think that's from the New Testament?
It sounded like they were talking about Jesus.
פה אני חשבתי שזה מדבר על מריה ועל ישו ועל כל זה.
I don't know why. It's a feeling. I can't say why.
It's from the Old Testament.
I knew it was a trick.
It's not trick, I'm telling you, it's so similar. People think that it's like a Western religion and it has nothing to do with Judaism, but this is so close to Judaism, it's crazy.
So the next one, you ready? For to us a child is born, a son is given.
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
ויקרא שמו, פלא יועץ, אל גיבור.
Everlasting Father.
Prince of Peace, New Testament.
Again, I would assume that this one is from the ברית החדשה.
New Testament, I think.
The other one. What's it called?
New Testament.
The New Testament.
אני אלך על הברית החדשה.
Something about the Prince of Peace.
Right.
Like it got me right away.
No, I mean, yeah, it definitely sounds like New Testament stuff.
Excellent. Tanakh.
Really?
Yeah.
גם התנ"ך? וואו.
One more.
They will look on me whom they have pierced, and they will mourn for him. I'm going to say, as one mourns for an only son, and they will weep bitterly over him like the bitter weeping of a firstborn. I mean, I'm going to say New Testament, but it's probably Old Testament.
Yeah, that's right. Can I ask you, why did you think that the parts sounded like New Testament, even
Oh,
though
it
they are
sounded
Old
like he
Testament?
was getting pierced to the cross or something.
And this is 700 years before Jesus is born.
Right. Who is it talking about?
Last one. For I'm not ashamed of the gospel.
שערי כוח האלוהים.
To everyone who believes, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. I mean, I'm going to say the new again, but is it the old?
This is the New Testament.
Oh, this is the
This
new.
is the
Okay,
New
I don't think
Testament.
they were talking too much about Greeks in the Old Testament.
ברית החדשה?
Yes.
Really?
You got it. You got it. The New Testament?
Yeah.
You're right. Bro, we got 4 for 4. 4 for 4. You win. You win the Brit Chadasha. You initially thought it was from the Tanakh.
Yeah.
And why?
You know, we are the chosen ones
Yes.
by God.
Yes.
And something about talking about the non-Jews
Right.
is more modern.
That's a great point. Did you know that God told Abraham that from him, from his seed, me'azera shelo, will become a great blessing to all the nations?
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so this is why we're here, because we want people to understand that the Tanakh gives a promise, and the New Testament fulfills that promise in Yeshua. Like Yeshua, he's the only person that can fit the description of the Mashiach, only person. And so we're trying to teach people that, Rega, open the eyes and look for yourselves. Read some of the Tanakh, read the New Testament, and you can see for yourself what it's talking about, because we feel that our life is on the line here. And so if people aren't thinking about how they can secure their future with God, and their last day comes, it's scary.
Yeah, it is.
So we just want to share with people where they can find eternal salvation and forgiveness.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, so if you're interested, we have a New Testament in Hebrew we can give to you for you to read.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay,
I love to.
cool, let me get it for you. You might want to actually start in the Tanakh on the last book, Malachi, and go right into here.
All right.
And you'll see a narrative that takes you from here to there. It's very smooth, it's a smooth transition, it's wonderful. And read this, because this is for our Jewish people. If you open it up and you read the first verse, open it up, read the first verse of the New Testament.
ספר היחסים של יהושע המשיח בן דוד בן אברהם. אברהם הוליד את יצחק, יצחק הוליד את יעקב, ויעקב הוליד את יהודה אחיו.
Okay, so does this sound like something foreign to our Jewish people?
No.
Does that sound like something zar?
Not at all.
Something foreign? Something from the Christians, it's theirs, it's not ours?
No, it sounds mine. It sounds very Jewish.
Right, and all you needed to do was look at the very first sentence to find out.
Yeah.
So look through that, and you can contact us if you want to, if you have any questions.
Amazing.
All right?
Thank you very
Vaughn,
much.
you were amazing.
Thank you.
I think you need a lot of faith to say that this has nothing to do with Judaism.
Yeah, and it's important for us to be able to share with our Jewish people the Jewishness of the New Testament, and not the fact that it's just Jewish, but that it delivers on the promises of the Old Testament.
Yeah, I loved how people were so surprised to see prophecies that were happening 700 years before Jesus.
Right.
And think that it was written in the New Testament.
Right, and we didn't even tell them that it was Jesus. They just said, this looks like Jesus.
How can this not be Jesus? That needs to be the question.
Exactly.